Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depending from where you're watching. This is Oscar again, your host, and with me again, Omer. Omer, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Again, very excited and speedy knockout is waiting us on these beautiful AC 75s or flying 75s. And we have some friendly faces in the fleet.
Yep, we've seen several of these players. I think it's three of them that we've seen earlier tonight, or earlier today. It was AIM, Vary from Poland, and Lazar Kozik from Serbia. Three
Exactly.
returning
And
names
from
from
these three players, only one managed to race in the medal race.
that is
And
correct.
it
AIM
was
was
AIM.
fourth in the medal race, fourth in total. As we see the boats
Exactly.
approaching the start line over here, 15 seconds to go. It's a different course. It's been a while since we've seen the Flying 75 in the knockouts for the K Championship, so it's going to be upwind, downwind, no reaching starts, gates at the top and at the bottom. So there's going to be choices to make at every gate, going left or right. As we see three penalties here on the three boats, as Lazar Kozik is going to be the one taking the lead at the start. Looks like the fleet is a bit divided over here, half of them going towards the left, but actually, as I said that, most of them decided to go straight towards the right, so we'll see if Lazar made the correct call of staying on the left, or was going right the better call. As we see the German Air coming in behind. As we see Chris1707, nice to see you in the chat again. GBR931 gets my support tonight. No idea who he is, but annoyingly good. Well, maybe we will discover this player tonight. GBR931 currently in 6th in the dark yellow or orange boat. As ESG777 is the one in the lead according to the ranking on the right.
But Lazar is coming fast on starboard.
Lazar is coming in fast on starboard. He's going to have to duck down very close to AIM over here. There is an overlap between the two boats. AIM is going to have to stick to the outside to not get the penalty, as both boats decide. Everyone decided to stay on port. Sorry, on starboard for this downwind. As we see Breast Power over here, returning face in the K Championship. Breast Power, we've seen him in almost every knockout, maybe like 90% of them.
Yeah, maybe his luck will turn out this time. Let's see.
GBR931 is their first final, yes. Chris1707, I don't remember seeing them. Yep, it's their first final in the K Championship, and I believe even in any live final that I've streamed. The name sounds familiar, but not familiar enough for me to know exactly where we've seen him before. Or her.
I think it was a risky move by Lazar going to the using the port side, left-hand side of the race course, and
yeah.
Let's see if it will. Yeah, now it looks like he lost the place. He gave the leading spot to ESG from Germany, but now he'll be coming to the mark on starboard tack. So let's see if there will be a crossover.
And he tries to attack. Unfortunately, the Flying 75 is a slow boat to attack with, and he hits the boat in front of him. That was Lazar. And Lazar taking the lead for this last downwind. It's going to be one upwind, one downwind, one upwind, one downwind for every race, with different winds. Strong winds, low winds, good winds, bad winds. It's going to vary throughout the K Championship, so they'll have to adapt every time. But looks like it's going to be a nice and easy finish for Lazar, with AIM in second place and ESG777 in third.
Yeah, looks like AIM want to do another medal race tonight, because he wants to stay in the leading group, and he'll finish second.
And what's happening behind? We have the German Air, or Air, not sure how to pronounce that, so apologies if I butcher it. Is going to secure 4th. And then there's going to be a fight between GBR's 931 Breast Power for that 5th place. It was a tight finish. All 3 boats, well, 3 boats finishing on the 12th second as Avari 79 rounds it up.
So with this, looking at this minimap, how would you start to this race, Oscar? Where would you place yourself?
Let me check. We have a very shifty wind. You probably want to be close to the pin end because it's higher up.
Yeah.
Start on.
But there is a decision to make there because it's a bit higher up, but you'll start and then you'll have to tech at the
Yep.
border.
I
So
was
there
about to
will
say.
be a fleet of flying 75s coming at you fast and in starboard tech. So that's a good strategy if you can manage to cross them over, but on the other side, being close to the committee and controlling the group in starboard tech also is a good option.
There's also
of
more
course.
wind pressure on the left currently, though we do
Yeah.
see some pressure coming down on the right.
Yeah,
And
these
Lazar
boats
over
can
here is
oil
going to decide
really
to
quick.
go.
Looking.
Lazar
Yeah,
deciding to start on
Someone's-
port on the pin end.
It's gonna be a bit tricky. There's no much space.
And he takes the penalty, so he's going to start the race with a 10-second slowdown, and that's going to allow currently Vari to take the lead. Decided to cross the start line towards the center right of the line, closer to the committee boats on starboard. Paying off currently before this first tack. Lazar dropped down to, was actually climbing up the ranking currently in 2nd. But we'll see if that changes with this tack over here.
Polish skippers are on fire today. I don't want to jinx it, but
You just jinxed it. So we have Vari and Petrosinovic in 1st and 2nd, or implement R16. As we just saw Carlos taking the penalty from Lazar. Mine RV sailed from Japan in 3rd. Not a name that we often see, but sometimes can see at the top of the different challenge rankings. As we see the German Aerie managing to sneak in between Mine and Implement R16 as Implement R16 tries to attack and takes the right mark. Fiery decides to go straight onto the left, starting this first downwind, and looks like we're going to have a cross between these 2 boats. Implement R16 is currently in the lead. He's going to be able to put the other boats behind him in his wind shadow.
yep, that is exactly what he's doing. They're sailing over 40 knots of speed. It should be around close to 90 kilometers per hour,
Yep. On
which
the
is
water, that is
significant.
very fast.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, they're not the most agile boats, so maneuvering takes really time and space. So you have to calculate it beforehand to avoid getting penalties or contacting other boats.
Yep. You're going to want to try to get the longest tacks you can before having to change tack. We see Implement R16 over here tacking on starboard. Could have been a bit early in my opinion. I think he could have gained a few meters by staying on that tack a bit longer, but he's still first currently, so it's still paying. ESG 777 on the right over there, tacking on the boundaries. Is he going to be able to reach the mark in the single tack? Looks like he is. Vari in second. And the wind is
Big
shifting.
shift coming in.
Yeah.
So let's see if Vari will be able to stay. No, he's not risking
yeah.
it. Oh, we have collision here.
Collision. Vari takes the penalty. Implement R16 is cruising in front. 360 meter advance. He's going to take the win. In this second race, as ESG 777 takes second from Vari, Lazar in fifth, who is fourth. That is the Japanese Mina RV Sail. They're going to have to tack. They're outside of the ley lines. And we'll see if Mine can secure his third place over here. As ESG 777 crosses in second, it's going to be very close between Vari and the Japanese.
Close.
I think Vari
Starboard.
takes third.
Ah. It's milliseconds of difference because in seconds it's the same time.
Yep.
0,
Both
0.
arriving during the
11
11th second.
seconds.
And let's have a look between Mina RV Sail and Vari. It was even the same 10th of a second. But we've seen it on the screen. Vari was slightly before Mina RV Sail. So Vari in third, the Japanese in fourth. Lazar went from first to fifth. Still a decent score.
Yeah, it is gonna be close. Let's see if someone will risk taking a port tech to start this time.
That's what Lazar did in the previous race.
Yeah, and he still managed to finish in fifth, which is not too bad.
Yep.
Seeing the level of the fleet.
For the next stream, I'll try to do an average of the fourth place points before heading into the middle race.
Average
We
of the
can,
fourth place.
We'll see how much the fourth place got in average across the 15
yeah.
knockouts.
That's some good data, yeah. I would be interested in knowing that.
With 30 seconds to go before they can cross that start line, kind of like with the F50. They don't start as far as the F50, but the AC-70 or the Flying 75 is a very fast boat, so if you can pick up enough speed early on to cross the start line, it's going to put you in an advantage compared to the others if they started slower.
Exactly. And from 0 to foiling, they'll only need 10 knots of speed, which is not too high, which is extremely quick.
Yep. 1 second to
And we
go.
have some port check
we had
starters again.
Several false starts, was it? No, 10:31, so that was a touching on mark for Vari. ESG 777, I didn't see what he got, but it's going to be Brest Power taking first place currently. Though we do see Implement R16 second place at the top over there. Who will soon be tacking and crossing the fleet on starboard, so we'll have the right of way, but decides to tack again onto port. So it's going to be tight
an
between Brest
interesting
Power,
call.
AIM, and Implement R16. Sorry, what did you say?
It's an interesting call by Implement. He had the right of way, but he decided to tack again. And with these big boats, you lose a lot of speed with an extra tack.
Yeah, and we saw
So that was
AIM,
an interesting decision.
AIM decided to not risk it and got away from these two boats. It was very close between these two boats. It slowed him down, but he has more breathing air, though he's now trapped in the fleet again, as we see Brest Power starting this first downwind, still in the lead. What's happening behind the German air? It takes second place. Lazar is in fifth. AIM is still on the podium in third.
And they're sailing right into the heart of the high pressure zone.
And it's a pretty tight fleet at the back over there. Carlos 974 in the middle, GBR 931 on the right, the Japanese Mini RV Sail on the left. Looks like he's going to try to push GBR outside to give him extra room at the mark. Though by doing so, he's going to take the rounding extremely large. Air is still fighting for that first place with Breast Power currently in first. And where's the pink boat's aim is just beneath the top two.
Our actual leader is in 7th position, ESG. He's staying close to the leading fleet. And even getting a few more places before the finish will be quite crucial. Take place in the medal race.
Yeah, currently he's taking 6th or 5th, but he's going to have to tack. And he's going to be on port.
Yes.
So he's going to have
you
to
gotta
duck
do all
down
you
and try to
can.
avoid everything. He's going to have to double tack. That's going to slow him down a bit, and unfortunately that's going to push him down at the bottom of the ranking. But we see Nano Pardo taking a penalty here, forced by, was that GBR 931?
Yeah, he used that chaos and gained some places, I think.
As we see some fights over here between Lazar and Carlos at the top of the fleet for 3 and 4. Breast Power is still in first. Doesn't look like Air is going to be able to overtake him. And so it looks like we have our top 4 between Breast Power, Air, Lazar, and Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos still pushing it. Yeah, there was some good racing from these E-skippers, and none of the players were quite comfortable, I have to say, in this fleet. You always have to look out for the other boats and be careful at each maneuver you do.
Yep. Implement previously first, now arrives in 6.
Yeah. Let us know which 4 will be racing in the medal race and who will take the spot in the final in December. Let us know what you're thinking.
As a start procedure has been given, our winner in the previous race was Breast Power, so we're going to follow him. It was saying that Lazar Lizard Kazakh will take this.
Is that a typo, or do we call him Lizard as well?
I don't know. But 22 seconds to go. Currently we're on Breast Power's boats.
He's staying close to the pin end and making sure that he's not close or not being pressured from the windward.
And that was a good start from Breast Power, but is in 5th. Where is the rest of the fleet? No, it's still it's very tight. Everyone did a pretty good start in the top 4 over here. Breast Power, GBR 931 implements, and Amino RV Sail as the fleet tacks. Lazar coming in on port. There's going to be a penalty here for someone. Amino RV Sail takes it.
Yeah. And I think it's important to remind that the reason that they're tacking before going over trap breast power, because in that little zone in between the border and the yellow line, even your starboard, you cannot penalize the boat in that area. That's
Yeah.
why to avoid get penalizing, you have to attack before reaching that zone.
Exactly. Boundaries are going to force the players to stay within them. Otherwise, it's going to be a 10-second slowdown, as we saw Mino RV still taking the penalty by Vari for this cross knock ducking down because Vari wasn't starboard. He should have let him pass. But let's concentrate at the top of the fleet over here. Breast Power in first, GBR 931 in second, Implement in third. Lazar coming in fourth, but takes the penalty. It's going to be a 10-second slowdown, and Shidwa deciding that Lizard is going to be his new nickname.
I like it. Let's call him Lizard Kosic from now on.
And a
So it's
nice
a tricky
lead
downwind.
from Breast Power
Yeah.
over here.
But it's gonna be tricky because you have several lines of high pressures, and if you can look at the minimap, you have 3 different routes of dark spots, and you have to select really carefully which one you'll be following, because some of them are shifting away as they sail. But looks like
He managed to stay in most of it, so
yeah,
that's good for him. The jibing is not that bad with the Flying 75. I think the issue is more
Yes.
with attacking.
attacking exactly, yeah. Because while jibing, they got their speed and they're still foiling, and that's why it's mostly smooth. And one interesting thing with these boats, that even though they're mono hulls, they don't have keel. What's helping with the balance and coordinating the balance of the boat are the foils.
And we'll see the foils lift up as they turn, and then as soon as they hit the 10 knots, they're gonna be foiling again. Breast Power is still in first, GBR 931 still in second. Lazar took third, but it's gonna be a fight with Nanopardo over here. Nanopardo overall is 10th with 25 points. Lazar is our overall leader with 9 points. Breast Power is second with 13 points overall, so that win is gonna secure him in the top 4. GBR 931 did a very good race this time as well. Unfortunately, he has 26 points overall, so that will not be enough for him to reach the top 4. As we got a new chatter over here, Skibidi Alpha 342, what a nickname that is, supporting GBR 931 as well.
Yeah, looks like we have our top 3 for this race. Nanopardo's coming in close, but I think Carlos will manage to catch up on them or not.
We'll see that cross over here. Skibidi Alpha, thank you for the follow. But it is going to be
Again,
close between these two boats, but I think Nanopardo takes it.
Again, the same second.
Yeah.
That is some close and dangerous racing.
And let's have a look. Yeah, 1/10 of a second difference between Nanopardo and Carlos for third and fourth.
Yeah. I'm curious to know what would their strategies be on this medal race if they were racing now.
Well, we'll see what they choose. All boats are in.
Yeah, the tricky part is as the fleet got smaller, our start line got smaller with it. So there's only enough space for each boat to take the start here.
RPG
We
for
have
having
some-
started.
We have some good wind here. In average, I think it should be around 25 knots of wind.
Well, 25 knots is what they currently have.
Yeah.
Who should we follow, Lazar or Breast Power for the start?
Let's go with Lazar this time. We already followed Breast Power, so
Have the same livery, just Lazar
let's-
with the shark and Breast Power with the white symbol. "15 seconds to go. We see the pink boats of AIM coming into Lazar's radar.
we'll get some port starters here. It's gonna be sneaky.
Risky start.
On
port.
Will he manage?
And he's going to take a penalty. The only penalty from the start is going to go to Lazar. He's going to have a 10-second slowdown, unfortunately for him. Breast Power is first next to AIM over here on the right. RVCL decided to go on the left. Again, the winner of this race is going to be whoever arrives first between Lazar and Breast Power. Because AIM and Mini RVCL are too far behind in points to hope to get the win over here. So if Breast Power or Lazar gets last place, that's plus 8 points. That will put him at 22 points, which is the amount of points that AIM currently has. So if AIM arrives first, he's at minimum 24 points. And Mini RVCL is at minimum 25 points. So Breast Power or Lazar are the ones who can win. But Lazar is in a difficult position right now. He's a bit further away from the rest of the fleets. And he might be able actually to put a penalty here. Mino RVCL who slows down to let him pass. That was the correct thing to do because Mino RVCL was on port. Lazar was on starboard, so starboard has the right of way.
So we only have 100 meters of difference between the two potential finalists. It will all come down to which mark they will turn around and in which direction we'll go on this upwind. That will be the key decision.
AIM goes right,
right.
Breast Power goes left, Lazar goes right with Mino RVCL as well. As we see AIM here attacking above Breast Power, is going to try to slow him down with the wind shadow.
Yeah,
Breast
Power is not risking it. He's attacking again so he can have the control over Lazar.
Yep, that's going to be the strategy.
Lizard.
Since the Lizard is the only one who is a threat to him in terms of points.
Yeah.
Just needs to make sure that he arrives before him.
Exactly. I don't think he will be getting into a battle with AIM and taking risks to get a penalty and slow down for 10 seconds, because every second is real valuable now.
Especially with such like they don't have a huge distance difference.
Yeah, but Breast Power is going sailing into the light wind, where Lazar is sailing in strong wind, and we can see the difference already.
There's a 1 knot difference.
Yeah, slightly more. Exactly, but will it be enough to catch on him?
Well, we see the distance shrinking between the two boats. Breast Power is going to jibe onto the same tack as Lazard, and I do not think that Lazard is going to be able to catch up at the remaining meters that they have.
Exactly. As their wind shadows on behind, they cannot close on them and catch on. So it's a victory for Trap Breast Power.
So victory in the race for AIM, but it's going to be a victory in
Yes, exactly.
in total
knockout.
for Breast Power. So AIM in first, Breast Power in second. Third place for Lazar, and fourth for Mini RV Cell. And for the overall standings, it is not going to change the order. And there we have it. Breast Power takes the win in the Knockout 15 in the K Championship with 18 points. Just 2 points behind is going to be Lazar Kozik with 20 points, 24 points for AIM, and 31 points for Mine RV Sale.